Hey guys, welcome back to another episode in our Elden Ring walkthrough. This seems really quiet to me. Hold on, let me turn up the volume just a smidge. Alright, can't really hear anything. Alright, so we are here in basically, technically, Altus Plateau, but it's like Mount Gelmer. Like, you have Altus Plateau here, and then all this is Mount Gelmer. And then, you know, this is Altus Plateau as well. So we got a couple of graces and stuff. We went into Volcano Manor. We did the Recusant quest line. It's just a few little invasions. It's nothing big in the last episode. So in this episode, we're actually going to be tackling the mountain in its entirety. But we're gonna start here with Lux Ruins. It's right here by the Grace. We can't get there from the Grace. We actually have to go to the Altus Plateau Grace and then head over here. But before we do that, somewhere over here is a stone sword key, and we're gonna go pick that up. We're gonna need a few of these. Let's see, how many do we got? We got 7. That seems like a lot, but it's not. Oh, we're way off on the marker. But it got us there, right? In this little camp here, there's going to be a stone sword key. We're gonna go ahead and pick that up. Thanks, buddy. Gonna be right here. And down you go. Okay, so that's basically it for this camp. That's all there is. We're just here to get this stone sword key, and now we're going to the Lux Ruins, right? There's I think there's one more. It's kind of out of our way that we need to go get. But I will have to double check that between recordings. If we run out of stone sword keys, I'll go look on the map and see which ones that we need to grab, that we've passed up, that we can go and grab. I try not to miss any, because, you know, if you miss one and then you get somewhere and you need one and you don't have it, well, then you gotta go look around and see which one you missed. But, you know, there has been one, so there's been 2, I'm trying to remember. I don't want to, there's video evidence, right? So I don't want to talk out my hindquarters here, but I believe there was 2 stone sword keys that we could have grabbed that we didn't, that we had to go back to get. One of those was out of the way of our path of travel, right? So I just want to make sure that we're getting all of the stone swords. So probably what I'll do after this video offline is alright, so we got this guy here. Actually, here's the best way to deal with this. So we got this guy here. Right, the best way to deal with this guy is stealth. Right? You want to make sure that when you go up to it, You're crouched. And you're not making noise. Your shield crash. Now I've tried to shoot that with arrows out of a bow. With what we have available now, with you know, no upgraded bows and stuff like that, it wasn't working on the live stream. And that one, the glowy white ones, they're the ones that teleport. And when it teleports, it doesn't regenerate its health, right? So it'll still have, you know, we shot it with a bow. It had 1 hit point left. It teleported somewhere. We ran around all here for like 30 minutes, 45 minutes, trying to find it. Couldn't find it. So I was like, okay, well, F it. We'll just stealth up behind it and kill it that way. So that's what we did. We're going to go ahead and go through the mist here. It's just a Demi-Human queen. We don't need our mimic for this, so we're not going to use our mimic. We're just going to smack it a couple of times and then it's going to die. Right. Good for us. Alright, when that's done, go ahead and pop this door. Pop this chest. Ritual sword talisman. Okay. Now, there's another thing that we want to do before we head out. I want to check and see if we have this in my inventory. Maybe we already got it. Yes. Okay, so we already got the sentry torch. Yeah, I'm a little bit behind. Yesterday, there was no effectively there was no stream yesterday. So where I live, the country in which I live, they do things weird here. I'll just put it nicely. So an outlet in my condo short circuited. Right? There's the electric smoke, everything, the whole 9 yards. And so I called the maintenance, and they wanted to talk. The maintenance for the property owner, right? The people that actually own the land that the condo is built on. And they wanted to talk to the condo owner, which isn't me. I'm just a tenant. So I had to get the condo owner on the phone to talk to the maintenance guy of the property owner. And they said that they would fix it. Well, their idea of fixing it is to bypass the outlet and run live electrical wire along the wall, outside of the wall, exposed, to bypass the outlet that's shorting out. And the reason why they had to do that is because all of the outlets in the condo are all daisy chained together on one breaker. Yeah. So that's fun. And they said they were going to come by today and fix it. It's already, what, 10 o'clock in the morning? Nobody's here. So that's not going to get fixed today. The last time they said we'll come by tomorrow and fix it, it took them 3 weeks to come by and fix it. Right? So, you know, not the greatest. And there's zero that I can do about it. So, which really sucks for me, because while I have live electrical wire exposed, I can't have my kid here. Right? That's not safe. And so my wife's not here. technically I shouldn't even be here because of the fire risk, but somebody needs to be here in case maintenance comes to fix it. So I get to be here and risk fire to wait for the maintenance people that were supposed to be here today that didn't bother showing up. So that's where we're at. That's why there was no stream yesterday and no uploads, or well, no stream Friday. I guess I'm recording this on Saturday because the power has been restored to the outlets. That's why there was no stream on Friday. Effectively, no stream on Friday, and why there was no recordings uploaded. So this should be going up on Monday. So you'll have that. But anyways, if you've been following along, we've just been, you know, taking out these invisible doors. We've just been going straight, basically, along the path. Hasn't been too much. You want, up until this point, you've been wanting to use a sacred weapon, because it is a bunch of undead in here. It's a cave. It's pretty straightforward. This one is a little bit wonky because there's two bosses in here and one of them is behind a hidden door. So this right here, this is a hidden boss. It's not actually the boss of the cave. The boss of the cave is out this way. So the boss of the cave is down there. So when you're going through and you get to this spot here, turn to your left, this all false wall, right? So just take out the walls. There's two of them. Boom, boom. Down there, that's the actual boss. But in here, we don't need the sacred weapon anymore. Just gonna go ahead and pop this. Go through the mist. We're gonna save our mimic and our flask. He is a bit roly-poly, but you should still be able to get him down. And then once you get him down, his snail will also die. Just dodge the snail for a few seconds, and then his snail will disappear, and then we're good to go. This next part, this is where we want the sentry torch, right? Now let's see if this works. Alright, because this next boss, we have a Black Knife Assassin, but he's invisible the whole time. And the sentry torch reveals invisible enemies, and I've never used the sentry torch here. So I don't know if this is going to work. I have no idea, but we're going to try it. So we're going to pop our flask here. We're going to buff Blood Flame Blade. We're going to pull out our sentry torch. Mana back. And we are going to pop our mimic here. Now if this doesn't work, we want to actually it works. It works really well. I was going to say, if this doesn't work, we want to fight in the water, because when you're in the water, you can see where his feet are. Right, so, and you'd be fighting unlocked. You just be around here in the water, and you'd be looking for his foot splashes. Right. We did that on the live stream. I will try to remember to cut that part out of the live stream, but we got the sentry torch, and that made this fight basically stupid. Right. So the gimmick for this fight is he's invisible and you can't see him, and he's just gonna face fuck you. But sentry torch, boom, fix that problem, right? So that was a lot easier than that dungeon has. This is like the 12th time I've done the Sage's Cave, and every time, the 11 previous times I haven't used the sentry torch, And I was like, you know, there is an item that makes invisible enemies visible. I should be using that. Like, it's a bit of a detour to go get it, but it'll be worth it because I'm tired of just swinging at the water and hitting nothing the whole time. That feels dumb to me. Worked out this time. It was amazingly trivial. Okay, so we're going back to the abandoned coffin from here. We're going to some ruins over here, to the northwest of the coffin. We did mark it up. And we're going to come out here, and we're going to take out these wolves, and we're going to go fight some perfumers. We're going to get another perfume bottle. Now, we haven't used the perfumes much or at all so far this playthrough, but those are going to feature in some of the later zones, right? There is, let's do some item crafting and let's show you. Let's see if we have it. No, we don't have any perfume books yet, right? So once we start getting the perfume books, there's one perfume in particular that I will exclusively be using, right? And it gives you a bubble, and it gives you a damage boost, right? And you're like, oh, but Tanner, we already have a bubble. And we're going to be getting rid of that bubble, actually. There is a much better tier for our physic flask than the bubble. And that tier is just a straight up damage negation for like 3 minutes, right? So the bubble's great for like to avoid one hit, right? That's great. But it doesn't solve the problem of a prolonged fight. Like the opening bubble tier is great for PvP, right? You pop that because PvP is like whoever gets the first hit shall win. Right, and so if you can nullify the first hit with the opening bubble tier, right, you've just won your PvP fight. But the opening hard tier, which is the one that we want, that is just sustained damage negation for all damage types, right? At all damage types. So magic damage, physical damage, lightning damage, fire damage, right? It's all types. All right, and there's a couple more spells that we want to memorize here that we have, I believe that we have, that we're going to utilize. If we don't have them, that's fine, but I'm pretty sure we've picked them up. I think they've just been drops from whatchamacallit, from the Beatles. But maybe I'm wrong. Like, I got 3 playthroughs going right now. One for I got 1 playthrough going for my build videos. I've got 1 playthrough going that's for the live stream, and then I have one playthrough going, that's this one, hello, for the recording. So really what I have on what save, it it breaks my brain a little bit. Don't stand in the fire. So those are guaranteed drops. You get his mask later. Once we get into the capital, you'll get his mask. Alright, so there's the perfumer's cookbook. So we got a cookbook. We can start making perfumes. Let's see what perfumes we have. Right? I don't think we have the good ones yet. But we should have a couple. And we've only got 4 bottles. We can get up to 10. Let's see what we got. Item crafting, perfume, spark aromatic. So this shoots lightning. Uplifting aromatic. This is the one. This right here. This is the one. This is my favorite one. Boosts ally attack power and reduces incoming damage once. That gives you a bubble, and it gives your summon bubble, and it also gives you an attack power. At least I think that's the one. But we're not going to use it yet. We don't really have all that many resources to use it, and we don't have enough perfume bottles. Right. So we're going to hold off on using it for just this minute. We will switch over to that sometime after we do Upper Kaled, and we get rid of our bubble on our flask. But for now, that's okay. Alright, so from here, we've got catacombs to do. We'll do the catacombs, and then we'll call this, we'll call the video there. So the catacombs are right below the ruins, sort of drop down, and we're going to use 2 of our, I believe it was 8 stone sword keys to get in here. So we got 6 left. Now we haven't bought any stone sword keys yet in the recording. We bought 1 stone sword key in the live stream, but we also didn't get that other stone sword key that was just there for free. So we might not need to buy any stone sword keys like we did on the live stream. So this is just going to be the Misbegottens, so we don't need to worry about any of the gargoyles, and we don't need to switch up Bloodhound's Fang for anything. This will do just fine here. And also this one will be very quick. And I also want to check after I kill this dude, and I want to make sure that we did Deep Root Underground. Right? Did we do that? Yeah, we did. Okay. Good. Because we almost missed it, which is silly. But we almost did miss that. We do need to go back and talk to Brother Corin at Round Table Hold, because he will move from Round Table Hold into Altus. And so I don't know if we've done that yet. I know we've done it on the live stream, and I know I've done it on my my other playthrough. So we want to check and make sure that we've done that. because he is going to give us access to another secret ending. There's 4 secret endings, and there's 2 regular endings, right? I think that's right. Because you've got, if you don't do any quests, you have that ending. If you do Ronnie's quest, you have that ending. And if you you get endings when you get the mending runes, right? So each mending rune is an ending, and there's 4 mending runes. Now, to be honest with you, the endings that you get from the mending rune are kind of boring. They're all the same ending, just with different dialogue. So, If you've got one, you've seen them all. You just different text, right? So, but we're out here to get all of them. I think we have to drop back down. Hey. It's like first thing in the morning for me. I just had coffee. My brain is still trying to recharge. So, my apologies if I'm a little bit slow on the uptake here today. So here we got a Perfumer and a Misbegotten. You want to try to take out the Perfumer first. So that's the uplifting aromatic right there that he's using. We're fucking stuck here. So we want to, and the reason we want to get rid of him is because we don't want him to buff this guy and give him a bubble. Because that would be very bad for us. Alright, so that's done. So with that done, and this done, we're going to go up here to Erd Tree Gazing Hill. And we'll call the video there. It's a little bit early, but it should be fine. I do appreciate you guys watching. Do go ahead and give the video a like, and please, I love you so much for it. Subscribe to my channel. I will see you all in the next video.